Basically, my whole world has been flipped upside down. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves for this one. Hello, YouTube family. Things have changed. A lot of things have changed since we've last talked. I have not been on here for a few months. I'm just a floating little bird trying to grow back her wings. So I no longer live in Mexico. If you've been following me since the beginning, hi again. It's been a while. And if you're new here, let me just reintroduce myself regardless of how long you've been here. My name is Marissa. My name is Marissa. Chill. It's the tea. This tea gets me jacked because I put like 10 tablespoons of honey in it. I'm a women's wellness coach, and I specifically help women find food freedom, heal their body image, and build self-confidence. And I'm also super passionate about helping women just take up space in their lives and build an empowered life for themselves. So I'm all about traveling, self-discovery, getting to know yourself, and ultimately just stepping into the version of yourself that you've always wanted to become. Recently, I was sharing a lot of my story around living in Mexico, living life as a nomad, owning my own business, which I still own my own business. And if you ever want to reach out to me to work together, if you are struggling with consuming food thoughts, negative body image, lack of self-esteem, girl, I got you. The link is in the description. We can definitely get you on a path towards healing your relationship with food and your body and feeling so peaceful and free and empowered in your life. Like, yes, that's what I'm all about. Things have changed. For the last 2 months, I've been back living in Canada. I'm in Victoria, BC. I left Mexico. I decided it was not the life for me anymore. It was really hard to actually decide to leave. You may remember that I was with someone, we were living together. I had a whole life in Tulum, basically, and I'm still grieving that chapter in my life. I'm still grieving the breakup. I'm still grieving that life that I had, that old chapter of myself. What I was starting to realize in living there was that it was no longer feeling aligned. It felt really hard for a really long time. I felt like I was like dragging my feet through the mud most days. And when I would wake up in, you know, what you would expect to be paradise, I was just starting to reflect on like, it shouldn't feel this hard. Like if I am meant to be here, this beautiful town in Mexico, it shouldn't feel this hard. I kind of had to take a step back and check in with myself and listen to my own intuition that was kind of telling me like, your story is done here. Like this chapter is coming to a close. Like you've learned all you kind of could in this space with these people in this time in your life, and now it's time to move on. This was really hard for me to come to terms with. Like I didn't want to listen to that part of me for a really long time, and I tried really hard to make it work. I tried to stay. And just to preface, like this isn't to say I will never be back there. I don't really like saying the word never ever, but just for at least right now, I just know that that's not where I'm meant to be. Because when I came back to Canada, even though it was so hard, I was crying a lot. If you ever, I mean, I feel like most human beings have grieved a breakup or gone through a breakup. If you've gone through a breakup, you know how freaking hard and weird and just shitty and like a roller coaster those emotions are. It's been really hard, but at the same time, it felt like the right kind of hard. Like things were still lining up for me here. Things were starting to feel more aligned. Synchronicities were happening. I was starting to feel like myself again, more grounded, more inspired with the work that I want to be doing. And I just had to kind of trust that my heart and my intuition wouldn't lead me down. I don't even want to say the wrong path. I really don't think we can make a wrong decision. It's just like I had to make a decision, and this is the decision that I made. Now it's leading me down this path that I really think I'm meant to go down, at least right now. I did a lot of healing in Tulum. I did a lot of self-discovery. I really went internal. Had a lot of hard months in Tulum. I was quite depressed actually, because I was just doing a lot of soul searching. I was doing a lot of figuring myself out, a lot of rebuilding of certain narratives. I had old limiting beliefs that were really coming up for me that I had to heal, essentially. And so now I do feel like I'm a totally different person from that experience, and now it's time for me to choose me. I had to put my own happiness first. I had to put my visions first, my purpose in my life, what I want in my life. I had to basically make a really shitty decision in the moment for my future self. I'm so proud of myself for making that really hard decision in the moment where I felt like it was impossible to leave, to now just being so proud of myself that, you know, I stepped away from something that was comfortable. It wasn't like it was bad, like nothing about that time in my life was bad. It just didn't feel right. If something is comfortable, if something is easy, if something is like, it just is what it is, it's really easy to stay. It's really easy to be like, well, this is good enough, or I'm grateful for this. And yes, I'm all about gratitude, but sometimes we have to step away from good in order to create space for something even better. Maybe something we can't even describe or visualize yet. Like, I really don't know what's next. I am just stepping into the unknown. I've never been this version of myself, but there's just something within me that trusts that there's something more for me. There's something more expansive, more abundant that I'm meant to find and evolve into, essentially. Tea break. I wanted to give you a little update of what my life is looking like. Without going into too much detail, there is still a lot that I want to keep private and close to my own heart. My life in Tulum was amazing. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for everyone that was in my life in that period, and a lot of those people now have become like lifelong friends, even if we don't even live in the same country. Like, I will cherish that year and a half that I spent in Tulum for forever. I'm so grateful for everything. But there is something to be said about listening to that inner knowing of like, there's something more out there, or this isn't right, at least right now. For anyone feeling maybe a little bit lost, maybe like, I don't know what's next, or I don't know what the next right step is, just know that you always have the answers within you. You can always trust yourself, and no matter what you decide, there is no right or wrong. I think as long as you stay true to you and you stay committed to the life that you want for yourself and what you deserve, you shouldn't settle, that you shouldn't just take whatever comes your way. So this is my reintroduction to the tube. I'm really excited to just start sharing this part of my journey of navigating the unknown. I want this to be a space where you come to and you feel safe, supported, like you're not behind, like you're not alone, because we're all just like trying to figure it out. Like, no one has it all figured out. And I really want to keep these videos just genuine. Like, I am living in my parents' house right now. This is my bed. It's on the floor. It's a foam mattress on the floor. Like, this is my life right now. I am in transition, and that is okay. This is going to be the beginning of the next part of my journey, a new chapter. So I hope you stick around for the ride. Let me know in the comments if you're also going through something transitional, or maybe you're also going through a breakup. Maybe you're just figuring yourself out, which this gets to be a very, very empowering time for us. So I'm so excited to be here together. Let's go on this journey together.